Former U.S. President Barack Obama arrived in Kenya, his father's homeland, on Sunday for the first time since he left the office in 2017. Obama attended a meeting at State House, Nairobi, with Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta, Deputy President William Ruto, and his half-sister Auma Obama, who is the chairwoman of the Kenya-based charity. He also held talks with opposition leader Raila Odinga, who recently agreed to work with Kenyatta after a prolonged and highly contested election period in 2017. On Monday, he inaugurated Auma Sauti Foundation in Kogelo, Siaya County, and later flew to South Africa, where he will deliver 16th Nelson Mandela's annual lecture. There were mixed reactions from the locals.
We are disappointed because we were expecting to see him, to hear from what he was telling, what he was supposed to tell us. Yeah, so we are rather disappointed.
Urging Mr. Obama, if he can bring such projects, let him manage it himself. Don't let him give us to manage it.
We have expectation. We don't just expect him to come and see us, wave to us and go back. We really want him to know our needs, what we can help us achieve in Siaya County at large. We
are happy of his coming. His coming may maybe bring good changes to this place. Already, like his coming has made the place, the business-wise, I think it has boosted the business of this place. And the youths, at least, the project of Dr. Auma Obama has uplifted the place by employing youths here. So most of the youths who used to walk around, at least they are engaged inside there and they get some money. So at least there's that cash flow.
Well, when speaking in Siaya, Obama urged Kenya's leaders on Monday to turn their backs on the divisive ethnic politics that have frequently spilled over into violence and stamped down on the corruption that besieges East Africa's biggest economy. Among those in attendance was Samuel Atandi, the Kenyan Member of Parliament for Alego Songa in Siaya County. Honorable Atandi, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you, Vincent.
It was such a big day in Siaya. Give us a sense of what the significance of this day was for most of the residents of Siaya County.
Well, thank you so much. Indeed, it was a very, very big event today for us. You know, the former president of the U.S. has deep roots in this place, and so his coming here is both symbolic and also very exciting for the locals. And despite the challenges that were experienced, I think all in all, and a good number of us were very happy to see him and to see that he's come to join us in this event.
Yeah. Now, we've listened to a few of those residents of Siaya. They give different views of what they thought of the visit. Do you think people understood exactly what his visit was for, the purpose of his visit today, or do they have the expectations that may not be met by Mr. Obama, President Obama?
He came to open the resource center, to launch the resource center that has been set up by the sister, Dr. Auma Obama. But listening to the locals, I think there's one issue which basically clouded the visit. You know, the sister made a statement to the effect that Kenyans or the locals were basically not doing anything and waiting for aid from Barack Obama. I think that was not received very well by the locals. And two, the project itself that was being launched, you know, is there's been little community participation in the conception and the management of the project. So most locals think that they do not understand what the project is all about and how it will impact in their life. I think those are the issues that touch the locals. And lastly, that his visit did not take into account the participation of the locals. You know, the program was very tight, and even the local leadership were not allowed to participate in the program. So this was some of the concerns that the locals raised.
And
on his visit.
as a local member of parliament, do you see Obama's influence in that region actually contributing to people perhaps wanting to do more to emulate him and perhaps looking at him as an inspiration?
Not really. I think as we talk, there is a little influence. Obama's influence is waned. His influence has waned because of the fact that if he comes around the way he did not have an opportunity to talk to the people so that the people can listen to him. The people initially trusted him and they had a lot of support for him. But lately, as time goes, he does not get an opportunity to engage with the people and talk to them and give them his thoughts and even educate them on what they need to do. So as we talk, I think his influence has greatly come down. And I suspect that if he comes back again in Kenya, he will basically have nobody to receive him.
Very quickly, he spoke to Kenyan leaders about ethnicity and also corruption. You're one of the leaders there. What do you take from his message? What is your take?
Yeah, his message was very positive. You know, one of the things that I must say that Kenyans appreciate of Obama is that he was able to transcend racial segregations. And we have been able as Kenyans to use that influence and say that because he is a man from this descent, he was able to rise to the top position in American leadership. As Kenyan leaders now, this is the moment that we have to seize and say that we can no longer use ethnicity as a tool for politics, and that is something that we embrace. Secondly, you know, we are currently engaged in this process of building bridges, which he also spoke about, which we sincerely support. We believe this is the only way for Kenyans to move forward. And lastly, we as Kenyans want to fight corruption. And he also spoke about fighting corruption. We want people, partners to support us and support the president and our as leaders to ensure that we fight corruption to the end.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us and sharing those insights with us. That was Samuel Atandi, a Kenyan Member of Parliament from Alego, Songa in Siaya County.